Okay, we're back here at TB's part 2 today on the series of making arrows and repairing arrows, rather. I'm making a knot for this one. In case y'all didn't see the part 1 of my arrow series, not my archery, but just making arrows here. Today is Saturday the 3rd of August in 2013. That I'm working on here. What I've done, I've took an ink pen, cut the outer casing off that was bad. Wasn't no ink in it at all. Don't use new pens unless you want to go to that expense. I would not use used stuff, recycled stuff that's going in the trash. Unless you're going to make a lot of it for somebody. What I'm doing now is rasping down a piece of wood for a wood knot. It's going to go right inside of that and fill all the way to the hilt there in this plastic pin over the fiberglass knock. I'm building a knock. Let me turn this camera around. I didn't realize you wasn't able to see it. Get over here where I'm at. Okay. Here's where I'm at. I don't know if y'all see yet what I'm doing. I got it here in the vise, this arrow. I'm twisting out here again. You're still not able to cover it. Now maybe you'll see it. Anyhow, these are the feathers, and the knock's right here. So what I've got in mind, what I did, I cut a piece of plastic off from an old ink pen. This one just happened to be clear. It's a little bigger around than the white ones, so it's working out even a little better. I don't have to grasp this far down on the material to make a knot. The reason I'm working out a fiberglass knock here, a wood knock instead of fiberglass, that way the wooden knock will fit the bowl tighter and better, in my opinion. At least that's my thought on it than what that fiberglass stuff does. But we're only going to need a short piece to go inside of here, which I'm in this plastic that I'm working out right now. It's got to go down quite a bit more so we don't split it out. Because my intention is to use this to hold it together on your knock. How long will it last? Who knows? It might last quite a while, and sometimes this stuff will break first shot. That's just the way it is, I'm making cheap and inexpensive arrows that will work. They're not as good as fiberglass or buying your carbons. No, they're not as expensive. And you can get these kind of arrows most any Tractor Supply. What this is fiberglass driveway stakes with a reflector on them. They cost $249 for 2 at Athens. I don't know about everywhere what they cost, but that here in Poto, it was $249 plus the tax. So on each one. But what you can do is you can take one and make 2 arrows out of it. So that's about $1. About $1.25 a piece for your arrows. So that makes a big difference when making. Now, I'll make arrows for you, but I can't sell them for what I got in them. I have to get at least $4 if you buy so many arrows off of me. I've got a list of that on my website of what I charge for so many arrows. If you just want a few, then they're going to naturally be $5 or better, But if you want to order it yourself, 10, 15, 20, then they're going to get cheaper, depending on how many you buy. Because I'm not going to sit here and make a whole bunch of arrows for $3 a piece, unless you're going to buy a big bunch of them. It's ridiculous. But like I say, I'll make you some arrows cheap, and you can do it yourself just like I'm doing. Get you some duct tape, that's all that is, for feathers. You can use real feathers if you prefer, that's your choice. I'm just using duct tape here for my practice areas anyway, and this little setup I've got right here will take down a deer. I kid you not, I can take down a deer with this stuff. It's well, wait a minute, let me put some glue on here. I don't like that. Make sure that's going to hold when I put this together. I don't want it to come apart. Slide it on, give it a little twist, and then about half turn back. Now that leaves you plenty there. Now we're going to poke this end in, see how deep we get with it. Without breaking it, of course. It should go all the way in. Well, I broke it. Dadgum. That's what I'm talking about. I didn't rasp it far enough. That was my fault. I hear it snap. I'm just going to leave it right there and let the glue take care of it, because if I try to change that, it'll just mess it up. Now, what we're going to do is cut it off right there, and that's going to be your knock. That will set up hard there and glue down. Should have rasped it down more than I didn't, because this thing should have went down farther in there, but that old 8 glue is going to hold it like a vise in there. It ain't going to come loose. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab my hacksaw over here. We're just going to saw this off right here, because this ain't no good to me. Just going to take it right off the end of that knock here that I just built. I'm going to let that sit up and dry. I probably have to dry overnight. They glue it at least a couple hours, because before you cut your knock. I hope I don't break my arrow. Anyway, I got it cut off there. Then you can cut your knock in the end of that, because you got a piece of wood right there. That's going to give your arrow something, your string something to knock to. Now, if I'd done it a little better and worked a little longer, could have run that all the way and butted right again that, and it'd have been even better. So my next arrow will be. I'm not going to fool around this next time. I'll go ahead and rasp this stick down. I'll go ahead and take this out of the vise for right now. I don't want to hope I didn't break my shaft here. I didn't. What you'll do is you'll put this arrow, if you have a vise, it's best to use a vise. It helps to pull it. You put your arrow upside down, right straight like that, if you can, and get it as close to the vise down in there to the feather as you can, because you want to keep this from jiggling when you go to cut that knock. Or even if you can, just put it in, if you put it right here, but I think I break the plastic, the reason I don't want to clamp onto that plastic. But there's your feathers. They can be trimmed off if you like, but I haven't found my multi-tool yet, so that's why I haven't trimmed it yet. Okay, there's one I'm just going to let dry tonight. We're in no hurry for that. It's all set to go. It'll work. Here's one I built here a while back on film. It's still in pretty good shape. I was just checking the knots, checking the feathers. Need another set of feathers here. Seems to be pretty solid there. Need to straighten the tip. And so every once in a while when you got arrows, you need to check them and straighten. You know, you want a flat hammer and you lay it up on a flat surface. This will straighten the tips where you use them again and again. Well, this ain't a real flat surface here either, but it's going to be all right. It'll work. Now, here's another arrow that all it needed was one more feather, really, and that'll make it fly a little bit better, in my opinion. And here it goes. I'll be able to put a feather on it. Then we can cut it down however we want. They don't have to be exact, especially when if you was in the bush and it's cold and you're hungry, you wouldn't want to mess around all day being Mr. Neat. You just want to get the job done so that it'll fly good enough to get you some game. That's the whole purpose of survival. Now at home like this, where you got time to make them, fine, put some extra effort to it. Make it look pretty, you know, if you want. But I'm just saying, out in the bush, you won't